Hello everybody. Excuse me, there we go, much better. Emergency press conference. I know it's been a little while since we've been on, and I thought this was no better time than the present to talk about a couple different things here. So as you will hear in a moment, or you've already heard, and I'm going to point this thing around, we're going to flip it, you will see some fans and some things. Unfortunately, about a week ago, the Kowalczyk house had a problem. We had a leaky toilet that had leaked for a bunch of hours and had leaked down from the first floor into the second floor and done some damage here. So I thought with this new season, I guess we'll call it a Driving with Nick, which we aren't driving today, I would talk about what happens here, what you should do, and spend a couple minutes. So I will go back up to the top so that you can kind of see what we're talking about here, from our basement to our first floor. So directly up above where we were, and I will flip this again so you can see here as we walk through this door and through this, was a bathroom, right? And there was a potty right there, and it had leaked down into this floor, down into the basement. And as we came downstairs last Sunday morning, we had this. So I want to kind of, like I said, go through this. This is a week, so we've been drying this for a week, and it wasn't even that much water. So I kind of what this means and what you should do is, first things first, is you should stop the leaking and kind of get pause and kind of assess the situation. So if I flip this around again, you will see this used to be kind of an office area that we moved, and there's this here. So we got up as much water as we could, right, and kind of stopped the leaking upstairs. Found, that it was the toilet, turned that off, and got as much water up and everything like that. The quicker that you can get things up, as you can see, is fortunately we're not going to have to remove any of our floor, so that was good news, but we did have to remove all kinds of this stuff. The sooner we can get stuff out and move, the better, right? So basically from there we moved things, we dried things, and then we called a restoration company, right? So that was a company called Americlean who came out and helped us, and believe it or not, they do come out on the weekends. They're 24 hours, right? So they were out here within a matter of hours to kind of start this process, right? And what that meant was drying and taking pictures, and so all this is before I would even have called my insurance agent, which he's amazing, by the way. And what we did from there was basically had them start, right? They brought out fans and dehumidifiers and just basically started, right? The quicker we can start, the better, right? Because then hopefully that means that we don't have to take too much stuff out, and we're not going to have to move any floors or anything like that in the bathroom. So from there, they come out, get set up, and then the next day, once we know that there's a significant amount of damage, then we started a claim. And now we're into that drying process, right? We're about 1 week, and hopefully tomorrow will be the end, and then we'll start to put everything back together. So in that time, it is super important that the quicker you can get it stopped, and anything you can do to protect your property, right? So what that means is, hey, if that means calling Americlean, or that means calling somebody if it was a roof or something like that where we wanted to tarp it, or anything like that to mitigate or stop as much damage as we could have, that is good. From there, we get them out, and the sooner the better. I am amazed. I have been doing this almost 14 years and have been around more than a couple claims. Amazed at how long it has taken to dry this, and it wasn't that much water, right? So when I say that, I mean, like, yeah, it was a significant amount of water, but I've also heard of claims where there's been inches of water in basements, or, you know, the pipes have run for hours or something like that, you know, or for days, right? Or, you know, and massive amounts of water. This was, you know, not that much, you know, it was on the floor and in the ceiling, but it wasn't, you know, if it was 50 gallons, that would probably be what I would, you know, think it was. And we're still a week after trying to dry that out. So fortunately, we got to it right away and we're good. But just something that I wanted to talk about today and say, hey, in this process, you know, the quicker that you can get to it, the better, and the most that you can do on your own, and then to get somebody out there right away is great. And then once we start a claim, that's what we're here for, is to kind of walk you through the next steps, right? And in my case, it's okay, we're going to dry. And once everything's all dry and we don't have to remove anything else, then from that point we could start to put everything back together, right? Hopefully we could get a toilet in there very soon. And then in the basement, we could start to put all that back together, drywall, paint, put all of our trim back, and hopefully in the next couple weeks we are back to where we were, you know, on the Saturday before Father's Day. So yeah, so if you have any questions on this, or you know, anything you want to know about it further, you know, hit me up on DM, give me a call, and yeah, I hope everybody's having a great start to their summer, and look forward to talking to you guys soon. Thanks so much. Bye.